So crafting is this is just a really quick thing. So
Trying to. It's not showing that you're streaming yet. Come on. Just shows your uploads. Okay, there we go.
there, you see me now?
Just shows.
See me running in a
All right.
circle?
Yeah.
Okay. So crafting not only like lets you learn how to like make stuff, it
Mhm.
also helps you with like these things, patterns or whatever. It allows you to build stuff in the house, right? And you can see that I can need to improve my tailoring on this character in order to build something like a basket or a bunk bed.
Mhm.
But I can build this other thing. So how you do that is the first thing as you collect stuff, you can refine it. I just went through all of my the stuff, so I can't show you this, but it's tens. So if I have 10 raw spider silk, I can refine it. You can see the refine button, and it turns it into crafting silk, right?
Mhm.
So this is all the stuff you pick or chop or whatever. The other way to improve your bar, see this is clothing 9, is create. So I can this is a leather character. So I can
Mhm.
work on I got my rawhide from killing animals and stuff and then refining the
Mhm.
rawhide. So you see that I switched the level, right? You
Mhm.
can see that as I learn things, and I'll get to that in a second, and go up, I can
Mhm.
use different materials. Um, styles, this is the way it looks. So the more things I research, it changes
Mhm.
the way. If you look in the center of my screen, you'll see that you can actually see what the belt looks like there. It looks like a moon over a star,
Mhm.
and now it looks like a buckle, and that looks like a
Mhm.
diamond. So depending on what I've learned, it actually changes what it looks like, right? So I
Is all
would,
the crafting stuff inside?
nope, it's outside. I'll show you where I'm
Ah.
standing. And then the traits, all like the gems, those diamonds,
Mhm.
citrine, all the stuff you pick up, you can use them to put on. You can see the traits are changing. Critical
Okay, I
resistance,
see.
block, right? So then I just hit craft, and then my bar goes up. It flashes at the bottom by a little. Did you see that?
All right, flash, and then okay, the bar. Yep. Okay.
Okay, so I can craft multiple if I want to by holding it down. If I really want to, like, say, do 3 of them.
Mhm.
And I just end up selling them usually or deconstructing them. So I'm going to show you how to, show you how to do that in a second. So the next thing you do is you also want to research. And this is how you learn how to do things. So,
It froze. Oh crap. Yeah, it froze right whenever you went to go click on the to make three.
is it hit refresh?
I did.
Is it still frozen?
Yeah, it's just circling.
Circling, circling, circling.
Mm.
Um, Still streaming on my end. Hey Clink, by the way.
Hello.
Did you try refreshing one more time? Or just completely
I did.
closing?
That's what I'm about to do. Just
Yeah.
completely close and then.
Going over crafting real quick.
Okay.
Did it come back in?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way to learn how to do that stuff is through research. So when you click on research, you'll see that you've got this is armor, so that's all cloth, and then when I hit this next one, it's leather, right? So you'll
Mhm.
see things that'll say researchable or unknown. So as you pick up items in the world,
Mhm.
I would click on research, and I can't because I'm already researching something. You can see that
Mhm.
I'm actually researching something now. Say it's researching. So you place the item there, and you just hit research, and it'll say it takes 5 hours. And in the process of researching it, you learn whatever trait. See,
Mhm.
each one has like like a thing. Like this one increases experience, and this one armor enchantment, and this one increases health magic. And so as you pick up your armor or weapons, that's what happens. You research them. You could also deconstruct things. And these are all high level, except for my
I
Naga
found you
set.
by the way.
Okay. So see, remember I made those belts?
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
says Kasabi. So I can, because I've already researched all the traits regarding him, see, you can see
Mhm.
that they're all deconstructible because if you can research something, it separates it. So you don't
Mm.
accidentally deconstruct something you're not ready to. So I'm going to select
Right.
all of those, and I'm going to deconstruct 5 items that I made, increase a little to my clothing line, and gain some material back. That makes sense?
Okay. I see.
Alright, you can improve things. Alright, so if you have a green item and you want to turn it blue, as you refine things, remember I said as in tens you can refine the material to make it craftable.
Mhm.
You can sometimes spawn green items, blue items, and purple and legendary in order to increase. So if I wanted to increase my Griffin boots, I would have to have um, 10 of I think it's hewing, I think that's what the green is, I can't remember, in order to guarantee that I didn't destroy it. Because that's the risk. Like, if you're going to improve a green to a blue or a blue to a purple to legendary,
Mhm.
um, the more material you have to get it to 100% not going to break the item, the
Mhm.
safer you are, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Right? And so once you've done all that stuff, you've gone through it, you can look and see what you can make. And so I could make one of these, a bedroll, or as many bedrolls as I wanted, 25 bedrolls apparently, and then I can just stick them in my house. That makes
Mm.
sense?
Mhm.
And so then, same thing over here at oops, at the anvil, the blacksmith station. Say it looks exactly the same, except it's called diagrams over here. And this is where
Mhm.
you make like pots and hatchets and things you can just set around the house. But same concept. You can refine. Again, I just did all this already, so I don't have anything new to refine on this
Mhm.
character. I can create same creating system. You can see that I can create armor, or if I, bumper it, or I can do weapons. Right? Same process. I can
Mhm.
increase or decrease the level once I, rank up in my crafting skill. That's where you go. In order to do that, to rank up, to actually do those things, that's in the skill line, right? So down here at the bottom of your skill line are all your crafting, right? And you can see that, um, you know, as you gain the ability to, as you rank up, I can upgrade my metalworking so now I can use steel next time I have a point, right? Same thing with this. And you can see that I've put certain points, like I have more points in enchanting, so that I can do more stuff with the enchantments.
Uh huh.
I'm trying to really focus on jewelry crafting, which has gone really slowly, which is why, you can see the keen eye basically means that in the world, the resource glows a little bit more.
Okay.
So it's not all of them. I don't have it set for all of them. So like say my ore is not set for that, but eventually it will. My alchemy is obviously the highest right now, but that's your crafting section. So when you get your skill points, those points when you get 3 sky shards or whatever, you can decide, do I want to put it into a crafting? Do I want to put it into a passive ability? Whatever. As you open up different guilds, like this is a
Mhm.
guild that I'm working in right now, just to complete the quest line. But I'm not a mage, so I'm not really worried about the skills there.
I think I have any guild. I think I'm in a guild.
You can join all of these, except the Stygic Order, unless you have the DLC for that, the
Okay.
the Somerset one. But
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
not in any
see
guilds. Yeah, I see that.
like the world skill lines. There you go.
Uh, World. I have Soul Magic and Werewolf.
Right, and
I don't
so
know what the Soul Magic does.
soul magic allows you to steal souls. So
Oh, okay.
when you look at it, you can see exactly what it does. I always get I always focus on having the trap skill as an item because charged soul gems are what filled soul gems are what charge your weapons, and so you always pick
Okay.
up empty ones. But if you cast that soul trap or whatever it is as it goes through its different levels, um,
So I have Soul Trap 4 and then Soul Shatterer as a passive.
mhm. So
So do I need
that's
to equip those or no?
you need to if you want to use the soul trap, it has to be equipped. So right now, if you look at my bottom bar, you don't see it on there. So, but if I swap weapons, it's the R1. See it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whoops. So that basically means that if I know that something's about to die within 3 seconds or so, I'll swap my weapon to that, cast R1, and then swap back. Because the soul trap usually has like a 3 to 5 second limit. Like it's only active for about that time to capture a soul when the creature dies.
Okay.
But you don't have to. I mean, again, it's like one of those things. Like we have enough people that we can stock up on charged
Question.
soul gems. Yeah.
What is a Celestial Rift and why is it here?
Celestial Rift. Where are you?
I believe I'm just up from the Izur's Hold Voice Shrine. It's just a rift here. I can activate it. I'm kind of curious.
See what happens. I haven't really
You
done too
know
much with
what?
that.
Why not? Oh, hi, Antonarch. How are you?
There you go.
So
Alright,
see you some. Oh my
so
god, yeah, that's a lot of holy shit. All right, spam the heal, and I'm dead. Well, okay. Note to self. I believe that is like a boss spawn, and we're gonna revive here and just move on.
so
Ow.
for my armor,
Mhm.
okay, so my head is the ebon helm,
Mhm.
and apparently I have two pieces on, which is increases my health. Um,
Mhm.
the helmet adds 498, and then now that I have two pieces, I think it's my it's my legs.
Mhm.
It adds 937 health. The feet. Let's see. I'm just look at the. Okay, so my feet add health. My legs add health. My hands are adding health. Health on the waist. Health on the shoulders. Health on the chest, and health on the helmet. So it's
Mhm.
like all the main attributes of my pieces are adding health. They're all blue except for my shoulders.
Mhm.
Um, so the feet are the sabatons of the fire.
Mhm.
Heartbreakers, Ebon Greaves, Gauntlets of the Tormentor, which are only 954 armor, um, and only level 24. So I should probably like trying to be finding more stuff up to my level, right?
Yeah, and you just do that through quests
Okay.
and dungeons. The other thing to remember is your abilities probably cost stamina, right?
Yeah.
So you want to kind of mix and match your pieces too, so that you have a few pieces that boost your stamina, or that you're
Uh huh.
using it like your power attacks. A power attack is when you hold down the right trigger,
Right.
right, like that, versus a quick strike, right? So
Mhm.
some moves, like the power attack move, can regenerate whatever it is depending on your skill line. Again, that's in your skills up here, right? So depending on what you've selected in your skills,
Uh huh.
it'll it'll help. The other part is, of course, your champion points, right? So you're getting close to where you're going to be able to do that. So there's champion.
Is that what the CP is?
Yeah. So see
Okay.
all these? So there's three sections: crafting,
Uh huh.
warfare, and fitness. So crafting, the reason I have CP is because of my other character. So you start to put in things like my sneaking is really high. I can have more gold, or whatever. You can look through it.
Mhm.
You know, on this one you'll see that there's things like your criticals, right? Your critical chance, your and they're all kind of related, like potions and healing. Like if you're a healing person, and then if they're purple star like this one, you can zoom into them, and there's actually more. So you zoom in, and you
Okay.
can see that I have, penetration, offensive penetration, but I don't have anything in the damage done with light and heavy attacks per stage because I just haven't gotten to there yet, right? I'm focusing on the martial status effects, things like bleed or slow, right?
So when do you start getting the champion points at level 50?
50. And see,
Okay.
these are spells, damage for spells. Because I'm not a spell user, I don't really worry about that, right?
Mhm.
Um, So here's another one. You can look at the critical resistance. Like that's really important, obviously. Healing is important if you're a tank. Like this one increases the healing taken, right? This one
Mhm.
reduces the damage taken by non-players. So you go in, and then what you have to do is you have to equip them. See, it says champion bar. So certain things have to be equipped. I have nothing that requires equipment right now for the,
Mhm.
see, even if I go in, whoops, ah, wrong button, zoom in. See, no skills available in this skill line, right? But if you look at this one, you can see that I have a few things that are active in my bar, and they are the very glowy things. So you can only have a certain number active in that top bar.
Mhm.
So you can see that I've got renewal, which is stamina. So because I rely solely on stamina to do my moves, anytime I, kill something, I get stamina back. I also can help the healer help by having some rejuvenation, right? On
Mhm.
myself. And this one, some better health. But they're all active in my upper bar. I'm pointing to my screen like you guys can see me. They're all in my upper bar up there. I've made them active abilities. You don't have to do anything. They're passive in the sense that I don't have to click any buttons, but I have to activate them in the bar to be impacting my character. If that makes any sense. And then this
Mhm.
one I have shadow because of sneak, because I do a lot of sneaking around things.
So with mine, whenever I start getting that, I should do like the stamina stuff to.
Um, well, that's yes and no because you're tanking, so you want to be able to hold aggro. So you're going to want to look at some of the stuff in for holding aggro, like in here, and definitely in here. Like you want high health and you want high resistance, right?
Mhm.
So a lot of these, like if you do bash a lot as a way to stun because you're right at the front, you might want that,
Mhm.
right? Um, Crowd control. There's a lot of things. I would research it a little bit. You can just be like, here's like this one, the amount of damage you can block, really important because you'll be right at the
Mhm.
front, so you want to have that. I don't really need that because I'm always behind or to the side, right?
Mhm.
Don't need that one, but maybe you really use your ultimates really heavily, and so that might be a good one because it helps out the healers, right? Um, if you are, these are about shields. This one's about if you die. That's health per stage. There are just different things that impact you. Like, you don't necessarily need this one as much as I do, like breaking
Mhm.
free, right? Because you're just going to hopefully be holding things.
Mhm.
Um, here's peace of mind. So it just kind of depends on what you want. Juggernaut is a good one. Um, for a tank, not for what I'm doing. So
Mhm.
you just kind of have to decide your focus. Like this, like I said, I kind of do a mix of these two because just because. But this is the only one that I think that you can dive down into really seeing what they can do. So like this one, if you go zoom in, whoops, sorry. If you zoom in here, this is all about healing, right? And so my healer, this area is very full, but obviously nothing is here that you need to worry
Mhm.
about, or I need to worry about as a DPS, right? Um, Whereas something in here, healing taken, that would be important as a tank,
Mhm.
you know? Um, Things about your impacts, like the effects of, so martial attacks are your physicals, and then versus your spell attacks, things that are magical attacks. So it's magical and martial. Critical resistance, always good. And then this is the other one. You're not a war mage, so you don't need to worry about that. It's just different things that are kind of important depending on what you're trying to do. I want to apply martial effects because I like to do things like bleed, which is why you
Mhm.
see me focusing heavily on that side of the deal there. But there's a lot of guides too,
Mhm.
so you can
That's a boss fight.
you can look
Sorry.
that up as well and figure out like what really works for you.
Yeah. Let's see. Alright.
All right. You know, anything else I can show you while I have my screen up?
Uh, no, that should be it for right now. Just,
Go ahead and stop that then.